Ciao, football lovers, ciao, Juventini of the world. I hope you're all doing well. We are back for a short live. Attention, it's a short live. I start really late today. I was about to not even come live, but I wanted to speak about football because if I was not live for USA versus Wales 1-1, it was because I had my sport commentary course. I prepared the game a lot. It was totally different than when I'm doing a live. Why? Because the preparation is really extreme with all the details about the players. You have to know them. You can't do any mistake. Just epic. You speak about a commentary of the game, and that's just total different. But I watched the game closely, and I have to admit that I really enjoyed the game. Two different halves, but I also enjoyed, without going live, England versus Iran, and then I enjoyed live together with some of you that were there earlier today, the second game of the day. It was Senegal versus who? I forgot. There is too many games. Versus the Netherlands, I forgot. So I wanted to speak 30 minutes, 45 minutes together with you to debrief a bit about everything we saw. I see already some people in the chat, some people that started like future real eyes or foot real eyes that said, I don't really feel the World Cup like I did previously. Well, I can explain why I am enjoying to the max, really to the max, the World Cup. First of all, because I have absolutely no stress. Italy is not playing, and we know it. I am an Italian fan. I won the World Cup in 2006, also in 82, even if I was only 1 year old. Or not even because my birthday is in October and they played a bit earlier. So I saw Italy a lot of time. I didn't see them in 18 and also now, but I have to say that without them, I am enjoying every single game without supporting one team particularly. No, I'm enjoying the football that I'm trying to see and to watch, really with an eye of someone that wants to learn about new players that during the year with Juventus women, with Juventus next gen, with Juventus first team, with Serie A that I'm looking a lot, with sometimes some games of Premier League. I don't necessarily have the time to see all these players from Fulham, for example, Watford in Premier League, or Leipzig, so it's quite difficult to see all of them. I was counting today. The teams are allowed to have 26 players per team. Some have 25, some have 26. If we have 32 teams times, let's say, 25, it's 800 players that we have maybe the possibility to see, especially with 5 subs per team. You can see even more than in the past editions. I have to say that I'm super happy because I discovered some players that I was not aware about, or at least I knew the name. I saw them on the papers, but I was not really sure about how they were playing, and seeing them in the first game was great. 4 games already. I'm enjoying it. Then, of course, it's a really strange feeling. But it's always like that, because you are starting to be older. So you always compare to your other World Cups. This is always like that. I know, I'm 41, so I experienced a lot of World Cups. The previous one is always better than the one that is actually starting, especially in the group stages, because the games are a bit strange. You have this 6-2 of England versus Iran, yesterday Qatar that didn't play well. So you have this comparison with the previous one, because you remember, of course, the best moments, the one that you also re-watched on YouTube. The goals of James Rodriguez, for example. A lot of people are saying, hey, Mamma Mia, 2014 was fantastic. Maybe because that's the one that you remember. I am always comparing with Italy 90 and with USA 94. These are my references World Cup. And then you watch France 98 with a lot of rain. It's absolutely not the same. When in 94 it was the big heat. So you are always comparing, but I have to admit that I'm enjoying this one. Of course, it's different. It's in the winter for us, so you can't go outside drinking a beer, even if it's not even allowed in the stadium, but you are at home. People are working the games, and tomorrow it will be even worse because Argentina is playing at 11 a.m. in Belgium. So imagine in other countries, some people will have to wake up at 6 or 5 a.m. to watch the games. So I understand that at the moment you are not feeling it as the previous one. But attenzione, it just started, and it's always a diesel, and we have already memorable games. I say I have some memorable games already. Guys, I saw a player from Senegal that was fantastic. I saw some from USA that played really well. Missed opportunity for USA that deserved in the first half, and they were about to lose 2-1 in the second of Wales. We have Anthony Trimboli, they saying, woohoo, alive, Just World Cup. Of course, if you want to, at the end, we can recap a bit what's happening with Juventus. Ciao, Beppe, I'm sad Iran lost. Our players are going through a lot right now. Even the fans in the stadium were not supporting them. I know, it's a bit sad what's happening. Then Iran, of course, even with all the miracles of the world, with all the support of the world, they were absolutely not at the level of England. And that's the first game we will do it reverse. We will start with USA, we will finish with Iran, because that's the game that has been played in the beginning of the game. So I wanted to focus first on USA Wales. But it's true that all the surrounding and what's happening in Iran, it's not a funny time. So I'm really sorry for what Iran people are having at the moment. You know that I'm not speaking about politics and religion and these kind of things on the channel, but I heard that they were not 100% fit to play these kind of games, and it totally felt also then at the 3rd minute if you have the goalkeeper going out. It was a big hit for the Iran team. Ciao Rob, ciao Dudu, ciao Esechita, they sing, I don't know what. Is it Juve? I'm not sure. Ciao Rami, ciao everyone, ciao Styler Z, ciao Web. I could come up for the Netherlands game today because I was in school, but today games were all fun to watch. I agree. No, I agree. And tomorrow it will be even worse because we start at 11 a.m. I'm hesitant tomorrow if I do 2 games or 3 games. For sure the one of Argentina in the morning, and for sure the one of France later in the evening. I'm not sure if I'm doing Mexico-Poland. The second game of the day I will not do because I have things to do, but I will try to watch it as well. The theme song is so upbeat. I love the theme song. Ciao Beppe and the chat for Stavros. Ciao Nur. What does Beppe and Juve have in common? They are both cooking. Well, I have to say that I miss Juventus a lot. I miss Juventus too much, but I told it before going towards the topic of the World Cup that I believe it was a good time for Juventus to stop. They were in a positive streak, 6 wins in a row without conceding in Serie A, but I don't believe that we could have gone until 8, 9, 10 wins. Players were really exhausted. So it's good. It's really good. Even Federico Chiesa, he played because he needed it, because he wanted it, not really because he was able to do the difference. We saw with him with Italy that he has these flashes of Federico Chiesa, but it's not yet the Federico Chiesa. We are waiting for Paul Pogba and so on. So it's good. It's good that they stopped, and I have to admit that for the really first time, I'm putting a bit Juve aside to focus on something else, and it's giving me a lot of energy, positive vibes to appreciate football without being involved. Hazard D-nuts. Of course, they're speaking about Sergei Milinkovic-Savic, so I always give a look. You never know. I made an interesting video about Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. Hazard, ciao. Mendy had a bad game. What a disaster game from Mendy. He lost the game for Senegal. He lost the game for Senegal. What a disaster. Ciao Karim, ciao Thomas, ciao Lazarus Shirley, ciao to Stavros again. Personally, I think that the added minutes for each half in the World Cup are a joke. It kills the players who play 2-3 times a week. It's a good one. That's the first thing I really wanted to start after saying hello to Rami Boules again and to Michael 10 that is saying I'm still pissed that Italy couldn't qualify. Hey guys, we will repeat it every time. It will not change anything. Ciao Michael Raso. Well, speaking about the added times, I made a tweet about it right now that I think is interesting, but of course it's because I am writing it, and when I'm writing it, then it's of course interesting. But when you're looking at the extra minutes of today's game, injury time per half, England, Iran, we had 40 minutes in the first half, which could be absolutely understandable because the goalkeeper of Iran stayed on the ground for really a long time. So you know it there, you can recuperate. 14 is a lot, but you can recuperate. Then 10 minutes in the second half, where I was thinking it was absolutely not necessary to give 10 minutes. Then I saw Senegal, Netherlands, 2 minutes in first half, which was absolutely okay, and then +8 minutes in the second half, while USA 4 minutes in first half, I was thinking maybe 5 minutes in second half. They gave 9. So the games of the past that we all knew of 90 minutes are over, because here we are thinking except of England Ireland, that was a bit difficult and strange situation. We are speaking about 100 minutes for Senegal Netherlands. We are speaking about nearly a bit more in USA Wales. Well, apparently it's because they are fighting against the loss of time. They want to go towards a more appropriate playing time, real effective playing time. And this is the real reason why they are playing with so much, but we are absolutely not used to that. I'm not used to that. I have to say that it's maybe a good decision. Why not? Because how much do we hate people that are losing time? Then if you're looking at England, Iran with a score of 6-1 and they give 10 minutes, it's really strange to watch. We are absolutely not used to it. If we are going towards that effective play time, then I believe that you have to go with a chrono. You say the games are from now on 30 minutes instead of 45, because you know the playing time is always around 27, 28 minutes, whatever. You say the games are 30 minutes, you have a chrono. Every time that the ball is out, every time that the ball is stopped because of a free kick, of a corner, of a goal kick, you stop the chrono. And then whatever happens, like in basketball, you stop and it's over. It is what it is. So this is what I believe, because like this, what does that mean? 10 minutes, 14 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, you don't know. And indeed, as said earlier in the comment, players are super exhausted like that. Now, they will try to learn and they will try to pay attention to not lose too many time, because everything will be recuperated. In a way, I'm pro. But like this is really strange. It's new, it's in the World Cup, and we go with a really crazy amount of minutes. Really, really a lot. 9 minutes in USA versus Wales. You can't even manage the game anymore. You can't even manage the game, keeping the ball behind. This is over. Allegri would go crazy with that. How long do you need to manage the ball? Really, really crazy. Stavros, fantastic. Anthony Trimboli speaking with Michael 10. He said, we will see. I expect a draw more than I do a win. Either way, this is Canada's tournament to shine and show the world we are not be taking lightly. They are calculating how much time is lost to give the ball back. Yeah. But that's what they are doing actually, Sasha? So, speaking about USA versus Wales, I really like the game. I really appreciated the game. Maybe that's something that we can already start with, maybe with a small poll. Which game you appreciated the most? Let me write the poll. Which game did you love the most? England versus Iran. Then you have Senegal versus Netherlands, and then you have the last one. It was USA versus Wales. At least we have the 3 games, and you can already comment which one you thought it was the best. Well, speaking about this screen here with the results, if we go to USA Wales, I have to admit that I really enjoyed that one. I also enjoyed Senegal versus the Netherlands. For me, USA Wales is the one that I appreciate the most. Why? Probably because I prepared the game the most. I was a bit in difficulty with Senegal, with some players that were absolutely unknown for me. But that game I prepared a lot, just to show you what I prepared, so that you go crazy. So you see pages for USA versus Wales. Look how much information on that one for all the players and details. Then you have the nice to knows. You even have other players. Look here. You have some players that I prepared, and then when they were subbed out, I had already, you see here, you have a sticker. I took out the sticker with other players behind with all the information, because this is putting myself in a lot of difficulty, because you have 5 changes per team. It's a total disaster. But this one I appreciated the most. Why? Because it was an open game. Because I saw a fantastic USA team, a really fantastic USA team that started with a 4-3-3 with also one of the Juve players versus an ex-Juve player. We are speaking about, of course, Weston McKennie for USA, number 8 of Juventus, and the ex-number 8, number 10 at Wales. We are speaking about Aaron Ramsey. Well, the two players didn't shine. I have to say that even Ramsey was better than McKennie. McKennie was not good. He was absolutely not good. The other one that was not good and invisible was Sargent. I didn't know that player from Norwich. He was absolutely not good. I was super emotional and super happy when Timothy Weah scored his opener after a fantastic pass of Pulisic. This gave me goosebumps, especially for a Serie A lover like me. You know it. Georges Weah, Milan and Paris Saint-Germain legend, but especially Serie A legend. Well, Georges Weah, he never played any game in the World Cup. Watching his son with his official debut, he didn't play that many games with USA. I believe it's the 10th game ever that he played. Let me check if I can find it back in my notes. Tim Weah, he played 25 times. It was his 26th game. It was his 4th goal today. But what a goal. What an important goal for USA. USA that was playing super fast and in quick touches. The player that impressed me a lot was Adams. Adams and also Moussa. I was speaking about Moussa this morning, a player that I really wanted to check, Yunus Moussa, impressing Gattuso at Valencia. He impressed me a lot. The two midfielders there, Adams, he touched a lot of balls, and the first half of USA was nearly perfect. I will say nearly perfect, because you only win 1-0. The first thought I had after seeing these men, with Zimmerman was a giant in defense. Zimmerman was Dest a bit less. Robinson, great as well. Let me know in the comments as well which one you loved, which one you appreciated from USA, what you thought about that game. But I have to admit, if I have to choose there the men of USA, especially in the first half, I have to say Adams, Moussa, Pulisic, Weah with a goal, and Robinson. But even the two center defenders with the experience of Tim Ream, that came unexpected as a starting lineup, I have to say that they were nearly perfect. Why nearly perfect? Because at the end, it's only 1-0. And the first thought I had at that first half was, attenzione, they gave so much energy, so much effort with Wales that did nothing. Bale was a ghost. Ramsey was a ghost. James, the number 20, a ghost. All the offensive power of Wales was a disaster. They were not there. They were not playing. They were not able to do 3 passes in a row. It was really a disaster. Looking at these players, by the way, also the possession of the ball in the first half was totally for USA. I said, I don't know if they will be able to keep it for 90 minutes. I am not sure. If you were winning 2-0, 3-0 in the first half, nobody could say anything, and probably you deserve to drop your energy in the second half. And they were not able to do it. They lost a lot of energy in that second half. Total disaster for me. And that's where Wales, with one change, but what a change, putting Moore in instead of James. Moore with the number 13, physicality, he was there to press, he changed totally the game. And he did quite well. Super well. Williams impressed me from Wales. Roberts, the two fullbacks, actually, fullbacks or wingers, they impressed me a lot. And even the left side with Davies. Davies, Williams, and Roberts. And then you have that epic penalty. What a big mistake of Turner, Matt Turner. Big mistake. You don't tackle one of the best players of the world. Ex-best player of the world. You don't tackle him like that. And he's going with a everything on his shoulders. 64 years of waiting for Wales to come back in a World Cup. They come, and he's able to score, equalizing it. USA, they did 1-1 versus England in 2010. In 2014, they were able to win 2-1 versus Ghana. This time 1-1 again. It's not the first time they open a game with a 1-1. Fantastic, fantastic. So this is for USA versus Wales. At the end, I have to admit, correct draw. I really thought USA could do it, but I had that feeling. Only 1-0 was not enough for them, so they lack a bit of experience. But they have the youngest team of Group B, a team that, attenzione, towards their home World Cup in 2026, they can do really, really well. We are just like his father. Well, actually better than his father if we are speaking about the World Cup. Better than his father because he played and he scored today a fantastic goal. Abai, I agree, best game of the tournament so far. So you are voting 47% for that game, USA Wales, followed by Senegal, Netherlands 36, and then 17% England versus Iran. Well, if you wanted entertainment and shows and a lot of goals, England versus Iran was the game that you couldn't miss. I watched until the 4-0, then I had to go to the school and I to take my son from school, and I felt like an old papi, like a nonno, because I was listening to the game on the radio in English. It was totally strange feeling again to Radio Cronaca, to listen it to the radio and to follow it there until I came back and I saw also the goal of Grealish. That was a really strange moment. But this one was really, really great because you saw really football, and probably this is what you missed in that opening game of today versus Iran. Between Iran and England, you missed total football from Iran. Then why? We already spoke about it, but anyway, the level was really, really low. If yesterday we can say, was it Qatar that was that bad, or was it Ecuador that was really good? Today, I believe that and Iran was bad and England was really good. What did you write for McKennie? Not some cursing words, right? No, what I wrote for McKennie, I wrote player from 98, 24 years, 1 meter 85, which actually is quite big because he was the tallest one of the midfield. He looks always a bit small. Special haircut for him. I wrote Juventus. He played this season 11 games with 1 goal in Serie A, 16 in total, 3 goals. Back from injury, not at 100%. I wrote also that he made his debut on the 14th of November 17, 37 apps with USA, 9 goals, the one that is actually behind Pulisic with score goals in USA. This is all the information that I wrote, for example, for him, and then some anecdotes about Weston McKennie, like the Harry Potter things and things like that. No cursing words. Of course, I spoke about the value in a tournament that can go bigger, and then I spoke about the ex-rivalry between Ramsey and between Weston McKennie. He played 90 minutes. Not fantastic. He has the quality. Yeah? Today, I don't know if you saw the game, but for the people that saw it, when at a certain moment he's doing a fantastic control, followed by a fantastic pass, Aaron Ramsey, you see that he's a player with a lot of qualities. And that's also why Juventus went for him. Unfortunately, and it's not an old player, because if you are looking, Ramsey is only 31. It's from 1990. He's a player that is finished in terms of tempo, in terms of velocity, pace. He can't also physically. He was fighting at a certain moment with Musa or with Adams, and he was losing systematically every duel. So yeah, physically, it's over, Ramsey. I believe also, I hope for Wales, the last World Cup of Ramsey. But Wales, attenzione guys, they were the surprise in their first participation in Euro 2016, where they finished actually third. Can they do it again? Can they do it again? not finishing third in the World Cup, but actually qualifying, because now it's a bad result for USA with England being top leader and they are the big favorite of that group. It will be a big fight, and also goal difference will be important versus Iran. So I'm expecting that the one that is scoring a lot of goals versus Iran, probably they will go through. And also the one that is conceding less goals versus England. That will be the difference. I expect them to finish both at 4 points at this stage, losing both versus England and then winning both versus Iran. 4 points each. Who will go through? The one that have a better goal difference. So attenzione already. Then football, everything can happen. Adbin, ciao Beppe. As an Iranian Canadian, I was hoping Iran national team will do better. Unfortunately, with what has happening in Iran, none of the players were able to focus on the game. Yes. Then we already spoke about it. Adbin, and I don't want to enter political things. Absolutely not, because I'm not informed enough. I'm really sorry for what happened, and it can be mentally a problem. We saw it in the stadium. People were not supporting them. At a certain moment, I was hearing also a lot of support for England instead of for Iran. But I have to say, and you can absolutely not compare it, so please don't put words in my mouth that I didn't say. But a lot of time in these small tournaments, the teams that are able to win are the teams that are really compact and really feel cohesive as a team. We saw it lately at Euro with Italy. That was by far not the best team on paper. They were able to do a miracle. We also saw it in 2006 with Italy. That was great because they had a great team and great players, but with everything what happened with Calciopoli, with Pessotto that was about to commit suicide, if people remember, it were really dark hours with a lot of players like Del Piero and more, Cannavaro and so on, that were not sure about their destiny. They didn't know if they would have played in Serie A, in Serie B, in Serie C, or if they would have been without club after the World Cup. The teams that are really strong are the ones that are able to make abstraction of everything what's happened. Another example is France, for example. Remember, after winning the World Cup in 2002, I believe, which World Cup was it? Where it was a total disaster for France because they were fighting there. They were absolutely not forming a really great team, and so on and so on. Well, at Euro, France at Euro was also a disaster because they were not cohesive. They were fighting with each other. Mbappé was speaking bad about Giroud, Rabiot, and Pogba, the family in the stands. They were fighting. They were all against each other, probably an effect after winning the World Cup. So being cohesive is super, super important. Marian, not everyone can pull off a Cortomuso win, only Allegri. Well, hey, at the moment, we didn't see any Cortomuso win. That's a fact. 2-0 Ecuador yesterday. Today 6-2, 2-0 and 1-1. And 1-1. So we didn't see any small, short nose victory. Fair result. Fair result. To see Italy be embarrassed by Austria and then the World Cup matches, they could have been the 5th star. But no, Victor. No, I don't agree. I don't agree because we have to be really realistic. Italy didn't deserve to be there. Didn't deserve. If you're not able to win versus Macedonia, if you're not able to win previously versus Switzerland, versus Bulgaria, versus Northern Ireland, and you're not even able to score, you don't deserve to go. First of all, you don't deserve to go. That's one. You don't deserve to go. Then, if I see the state of the Italian team, I said it before, I repeat it now, we are far from being a really great team. Then miracles can happen, of course. You never know in life. Football is football. But we are far to be a strong team. I know 2021, but 2021 we were about to go out versus, I don't remember which team, versus Austria, I believe, at a certain moment, because they were about to score. They scored, and then it was it was cancelled for that mini offside, but Italy was totally out of the game. Spain as well were stronger than Italy. Then we won at the penalties. I'm happy, and they deserve to win, Italy, for the beautiful tournament they did. But also versus England, you are suffering a lot, especially in the beginning of the game. No, we were not ready. We were not, and we have to work a lot. I'm happy in a way that we are playing some players like Fagioli, like Miretti that are entering, but on the other side, defense is really weak. And also, guys, what do you want to do at a certain moment with Politano, with Gnonto, with Verratti, with all these really, really, really small players, Raspadori and so on, guys? We have a lot of small players. You can have 2 on 11 that are the magic, that are creating the difference. If you have 11 really small players, it's a bit too much, guys. Today versus Wales, you would have been killed physically. Versus a player like Moore that entered, you would be killed. Michael, for me, Italy in Euro 2020 was not a miracle. Even before the tournament, I predicted the Euro prediction app that Italy would win, and they won. They had a very long unbeaten streak before that. Yes, but that unbeaten streak is also because of the postponement of Euro 2020 that was played in 21. And that's why also Italy was able to keep that really long streak, because Italy a year before, without Locatelli, without the Chiesa at top form and so on, would probably not have won and be eliminated, even if we never know. But, also the circumstances are making that Italy was on that really long streak. Anyway, that's not why I'm here. I didn't want to speak about Italy today because they don't deserve for me to lose time. I love the old guys, but the Azzurri depend too much on the veterans. But there are no veterans anymore, Paul. Who's there? Veterans. Bonucci. That's it. There are no. Who? Chiellini is gone. Buffon is gone. Who? Jorginho, it's over already. So veterans, I don't see them. A total new crew in 4 years, probably, even if we are starting to invest now. We had to start somewhere, but at the moment we are absolutely not. Do you like Mason Mount? Let me go back on England in a second. So, USA, beautiful game versus Wales, deserve 1-1. If we go back to Senegal versus the Netherlands, well, this one I commented live on the channel, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. I have to say that I was pleasantly surprised about Senegal. That unfortunately, and today we saw it, there were two things against Senegal and the Netherlands. The first thing is that they were missing their striker, Sadio Mane, and that made a big difference. Without Sadio Mane, guys, it's a tough one. And then there was this guy here, Noppert, that came out of nowhere. First game with the Netherlands in an international competition from Heerenveen, 28, and he's doing a miracle game with 3 fantastic saves. He's big, he's a giant, 2 meters and 3 centimeters. He impressed me. He saved the Netherlands multiple times. But Senegal didn't deserve for me to lose today. By the way, the Netherlands was slow. De Ligt, a disaster. Can we speak about De Ligt a second? I see already Hazard in this note that is saying Mendy and De Ligt were totally disaster. Well, Mendy for Senegal, for sure, it was really bad. I particularly love Sarr. That impressed me. I didn't know him. Yes, I knew he's playing at Watford and so on and whatever you want. But today he shined. Unfortunately, he was not able to go on target because every time he was man-marked by 2 players, by De Ligt and Virgil van Dijk, that were blocking him the shot. So well done for them, for the defensive phase of Netherlands. But Sarr, he was creating. He was really creating. He was fast. He ate De Ligt. That received that yellow card at a certain moment. Then Guay, or Gay, whatever you want, I don't know how you pronounce it. Idrissa, he played a beautiful game. And then Mendy. These three players were really, really, really beautiful to watch for Senegal. Mendy, the two goals are on him. The two goals are on him. Sabali, great as well. I agree. Beautiful game from Yusuf Sabali. He played really well as well. I agree. For the Netherlands, well, Gakpo, not because of the goal, but first of all, his season at the moment is fantastic at PSV with a lot of beautiful stats in terms of assists, in terms of goals. But the positioning, and also Netherlands being able to switch from that 3-5-2 towards a 3-4-1-2 was a winning choice. And with Gakpo playing at a certain moment a bit more offensively behind the striker, not giving up and running from that fantastic cross of De Jong, I still don't know if De Jong, I have to rate him really well or not, because De Jong, he did beautiful things and he did horrendous things. I don't know what you think, guys. Michael Razo is saying congrats. To who? What's happening, Michael? What's happening? Michael, De Ligt was not so bad. Stop hating on him, guys. No, De Ligt was bad. De Ligt was bad. He was not good. First of all, he should have received a yellow card earlier, before in the game. And then he starts the game with a really ridiculous pass. No, for me, De Ligt was bad. It's not about the hate, it's the reality. For me, it was not that good. And then, when he was not shining, it was because it was invisible. He was invisible. The only good thing he did was at a certain moment going up with the ball, which is not his role, and taking that beautiful free kick. That's it. That's it. Honestly, that's it. Berghuis, yeah, good. Bergwijn as well. Jansen a bit too light, huh? A bit too light. I think that they need Memphis Depay. If you see that the second goal is coming also from him with a beautiful run. He didn't have the 90 minutes in the leg, probably also not the 30 minutes. With the victory of today, I'm not sure if he will start the next game. Probably he will be on the bench and try to recuperate. If it would have been a draw, probably would have seen a bit more of Memphis Depay, but he was not in form, and it was clearly. But then he's a genius. He's a genius. When you see that second goal, fantastic control, running. He's going with his left foot. Weak shot. Mendy, total disaster. But for me, the man of the match was Noppert from the Netherlands, even more than all the other ones. Why? Because he kept Holland, the Netherlands, alive. It's thanks to him. He did really, really well. Ciao New Hope. Hanin, maybe Chelsea will come for Tech now that Mendy is playing bad. Szczesny, attenzione, he has more years of contract with Juventus, so he's not gone immediately. It's true that if an offer arises for Szczesny, he can be gone, but not in the winter. We are speaking about next season, maybe a new journey for our Polish goalkeeper. That for me, it has never been a problem. The only problem I have is that he's earning too much money because of that pre-COVID contract. And if we can find maybe a new goalkeeper with less money and maybe the future and maybe an Italian one like Vicario or Carnesecchi, we can build on the future. Not that these goalkeepers are better than Szczesny at the moment, but potentially they can become better. I was waiting for a De Ligt handball, too bad it didn't happen. No. I always liked the Netherlands. I have to admit that now I have a bit less affinity with the Netherlands. Let me check a bit, because I had a lot of preparation also for the Netherlands. I have too many papers, my friends. Mamma mia. That's from yesterday. That's Ecuador, Qatar. Here. I prepared. Mamma mia. I worked too much about that World Cup. What else? What else did I wrote that I liked from the game? Well, that guy was really, really impressive. Ismail Sarr. I don't know if you know him, if it's a constant way of playing of Ismail Sarr, or if it's because in the World Cup it was the first game and he wanted to show. It was also his first game at the World Cup and also his first game at the national team. Karim, I felt all the Netherlands players are overrated except for Gakpo. Overrated, attenzione. Andries Noppert, we didn't know him. But then if you're speaking about Dumfries, even if I don't like him, he's a good player. Van Dijk is a good player. De Ligt, we are exaggerating now, but he's a good player. Nathan Ake in the defense played well. Daley Blind, a bit of experience there. They have a solid team, especially defensively, and that's also why they are going back. Frenkie de Jong, I tell you, pure class, beautiful class. You know what? Today I saw that probably Frenkie de Jong at Juve, I don't know if he would have succeeded, especially not if he was playing like today. Too much with the ball in his feet. Too much. Going up with the ball, waiting. Guys, in Italy, he would have been killed earlier, way earlier. And if you see the horror pass he's doing when he's in defense and he's about to give the ball to Senegal to say, here, the ball, score, in Italy you're punished. In Italy you're punished. So, attenzione to De Jong, that I believe that I give up on him in my wish list for Juve. Gakpo, interesting player. Beautiful. And not only because of the goal. Then the other one were a bit light, especially offensively. They need a bit of power. So, but a win today was super important for them. They are solid. And I believe we will see more wins of the Netherlands. I don't know if they will convince you with their performances, but in terms of result, it's a team that can go really far. I believe. Good question. The player of Juventus that will have the best tournament. To do so, let me go back to Juventus tweet. Juventus Twitter. Let me check. Not McKennie. Not McKennie. So here, why is it so low? What is happening? Here we go. So, if you are looking at these players, Szczesny, Bremer, Danilo, Alexandro, McKennie, Perez, Rabiot, Kostic, Di Maria, Milik, and Vlahovic, I believe Di Maria. I really believe Di Maria. Because he knows that this is his last tournament. He waited for it for really long. It's a dream. It's a nation that believe in it. It was a team that was a bit flopping when things started to be really serious. And then you see that winning that Coppa America edition unlocked something in their mind, and they are more convinced about them. So it's not only about having a strong team. It's not only about having a lot of strong individuals, one of the best players of the world, that is Messi. It's also about being conscious now that they have everything to do right, and also convinced that they can win. You know, South American people, they believe in superstitious things and so on and so on. So believing that you are cursed to win the final, remember with Higuain, mentally, it blocked them. It put a bit of fear in their mentality. Now I think that the wings are open to fly for Argentina, even if I believe that Brazil will win. I'm curious to see Brazil on Thursday. Even if I'm a bit perplexed because I will cover the game of the women at 9 p.m. Juventus women in Champions League versus Arsenal. Then it depends. Alexandro, Danilo, Bremer, who will play for Brazil? I don't know who is really a first choice, even if Danilo has a bit more choices than the possibilities than the other ones. Rabiot, yes, but it depends on France. It depends on France a lot. And then a lot of people are speaking about Serbia, and I believe that they can be the underdog. I was going crazy with my prediction. I said that they can even go to the final. Maybe that was a bit a stretch. I'm not sure if Milinkovic-Savic will do well. I'm not sure. I had that in 2018. He flopped. For the people that were around in 2018, he flopped. He totally flopped. So Rabiot, Di Maria, Vlahovic, Alexandro, 3-5-2. No, for us it was a 3-3-2-2. Di Maria, a team who can win with bad performances is the team that win titles. Evidence in Madrid. It's true, it's true. Senegal don't have creative players. Without Mané, it will be really difficult to win for Senegal. Well, today they showed versus a strong Netherlands that they could do something. Then, in that group, do they have some chances? Yes or no? That's the big question that you have to ask yourselves. Because you have the Netherlands, you have Senegal, and then you have the other team. Let me check to the tables. Ecuador and Qatar. Senegal, they will have to fight versus Ecuador. I don't believe that Ecuador level will be super high. They were playing versus Qatar. They didn't play in that second half. They gave up. Depending also on Valencia, will he be back or not? I didn't hear any news about this injury. On the other side, Senegal had a lot of injured players as well. Losing Abdou Diallo as a left wing, it's a disaster. Huh? It's a disaster. Then they lost Kouyaté, I believe, as well, with an injury. There's already two big players there that are missing. Two big players. So I see already Allen saying that Senegal will be second. Depends, because it's also really strange for a lot of players. They played a lot in the beginning of the season without a lot of break, because normally there is a longer break between the clubs that finish, and then you have like 2-3 weeks before the start of the World Cup. Now it was immediate. Yeah, you stop playing 1 week later, you already start with the competitions. So I don't know if they will be able to keep the form, and I believe that it will be a World Cup, especially if we continue to play 110 minutes per game. That the team with the less injury will win at the end. Team with the less injured, that can be won. And then we finish with the last game, England versus Iran. I still don't know if I have to say Iran with a E or Iran. I don't know. In French we say Iran. In Dutch we say Iran. In English I don't know. Is it Iran or Iran? Can you tell me, guys? I would be curious. Iran. It's E. Okay, now I know. Now I know for sure. I will never forget. Well, England, they impressed me. Not because of the level of Iran, but they impressed me. They impressed me. They impressed me really a lot. Maguire. Guys, because that's the moment when I went to take my son at school. Who can tell me why Maguire was subbed out? Because I know it was an injury, but was it a serious one or just, out of precaution? Because this is something that I don't know, because I was with the car and I was listening at the radio, but I was not sure. I didn't have the time to see it. So I'm not sure about Maguire. Because Maguire, I'm not joking, guys, and I said it immediately, head injury. Oh, he felt unwell. Okay. So hopefully they can recuperate it, because, guys, seriously, in the first 45 minutes, mamma mia, a transformed Maguire. I believe that the player is a disaster with Manchester United, and of course, you are a disaster, you're a public figure, and people are pointing finger at you because of your bad performance. Then I don't like when people are saying he's not a football player, because, guys, he was doing fantastically well, and look at how many players were eaten by Manchester United. And you see today the qualities that he has. Today he impressed me a lot and positively, until I had to go out. Then Saka, fantastic player. I'm curious to see England, because I see the question of Eldar, who's saying, do you think that they can win? it's impossible to say today, and especially not after the game versus Iran. I need to see them versus a stronger team. It will be already a better view on England versus USA and Wales, even if it's a relatively easy group for them from England. I believe they can go with a full all-in 9 points. Then it's you and your luck. Who will you face in the round of 16, quarterfinal, semi-final, and the final? Today it would be easy to say that they have a young team, a strong team that is playing quickly. They scored 6 goals without any goal of Harry Kane. Without any goal of Harry Kane, can you imagine? They didn't even need his goals. And he will be there to put the important ones, He will be there to put the important ones, but today I was totally impressed. Bellingham, beautiful opening. Saka, on fire. Sterling, played okay as well. Mount, beautiful player. But all of them, it's really difficult to identify really one that was really exceptional. Then, of course, I saw the penalty that they conceded, beautiful penalty with a brace of Taremi. First the goal on the 4-0, and then that penalty. Beautiful, by the way, top scorer together with Valencia and with Saka. For the rest, it was really hard. Iran was really hard, so the game was really difficult. What I loved and appreciated by England today was the fact that they were pushing, and they had fun. And they received a lot of criticism about the 26 men that were called up by Southgate. Why not Tomori? Why Maguire? Why this player? Why not the other one? Rashford didn't play a single minute after that missed penalty in Euro 2022, 21, 20, whatever, versus Italy. That the last ball he touched, guys, it's really, it's serious. Rashford, the last ball that he touched in a competition with England was the missed penalty. Today, the first ball he's touching is a goal. Is a goal. Is a goal. So if they can recuperate players like Rashford, look at the bench they had. If we are looking at the changes they did, they have some changes there. Let me check from the beginning of the game who entered. Well, Eric Dyer, Rashford, Grealish, Phil Foden, Wilson, player that I don't really know, Callum Wilson. But anyway, they have a beautiful bench. They are strong. They are really strong. They are really, really, really strong. They are one of the favorite ones. They can go really far. Constant England. Let's see them versus a real team. Well, Mark, it's what I love in that tournament is that there is not really a team that I really wish bad or whatever, or at least I put it aside because I don't care. Of course, then I can say whatever I want about a lot of teams. I can say that Brazil, and they hurt me in 94, and I was still crying about it. Portugal, I don't believe that they can go far, and whatever. Messi, I don't want him to win the World Cup. Then I can say that England, hey, it's England. They always sing coming home, coming home. I don't want them to bring the cup home. Every single team I can find a thing that I don't like on them. Then I am living in Belgium. Actually, I don't really care about England, to be honest. I don't have the same perception as some people from USA have towards England or other people. I don't care. I really don't care. I hope that the one that is performing the best, and I don't mean playing, but performing the best, that can win the World Cup. Then, Michael, England is always like this, crushing all the weak teams and get crushed by quite a good team. Remember, in the last World Cup, they also crushed Panama, but of course, at the end, they win. They don't win as usual. Also true, and that's why I say I need to see them versus a stronger team. Thank you for your donation, Eldar. Really, really appreciate it, even without any message, just because of kindness before the end of the stream. Because you know it, I said not a long live today. Mark Levinson is laughing with Italy. Mark, I'm the first one that is laughing about Italy that is not qualified because they didn't deserve. So if you wanted to hurt me mocking Italy, you are in a bad stream, my buddy. You are really in the bad stream because I'm the first one that say that Italy doesn't deserve to be there. Then, Italy won 4 World Cups. I was alive for 2. I really honored and celebrated one. I won the Euro. The Italian people, the Italian nations, they won the Euro like 1 year ago. We had bad times. We will have bad times, but at least we win. We win sometimes when we participate. Anyway, we didn't deserve to be at the World Cup, and it's good like that. Whatever. What else? What else did I miss? Players of the tournament so far. Valencia for Ecuador. Saka did really well for England. Let's go team by team, maybe. Team by team. Valencia yesterday from Qatar, it's difficult for me to choose a player. But Saka for England. From Iran, well, Taremi with his brace, of course, that could be easily said. For the Netherlands, I go with the goalkeeper over Gakpo, goalkeeper, not Mendy. I would go with Sarr and Idrissa Gueye. Probably Sarr impressed me really a lot today. And for USA Wales, the one that really impressed me, I believe it's Adams over Musa. Adams was fantastic, guys, today. And for Wales, I was impressed actually by Moore. Did you pay attention to a guy that I spoke about in this morning video? You remember the names of Tutto Sport for the people that watched the video, huh? I spoke a lot about Juve, by the way. 7 names about Tutto Sport, and I gave you 2 names that you had to pay attention to, and I told you pay attention to Brennan Johnson. Did I tell you or not? Pay attention to Brennan Johnson. Well, this player, he impressed me as well. I was proud of his performance. He impressed me. I liked him. I really liked him a lot. But for Wales, I don't know who to choose. Moore, that really changed the game. Neco Williams played well as well. Neco Williams played well. Then the other ones, difficult. You could say Bale, but Bale was a bit the image of what Wales had at a certain moment with that yellow card at the 45th minute or the 40th minute of Bale when he's going with a tackle. That's really the image of the first half of Wales. Let me check. Taha, the USA match might be tricky against England because England struggles a bit against teams that press and attack a lot. Today they had open space. It was open bar. Are your sticker albums in the back complete? Really great question, Lawrence. And I have to say no. They are not complete. Because at the time I didn't have a lot of money. I still don't have a lot of money today. That's why I'm not doing the books. But I had even less money back then. And it was difficult for me because my surroundings, they were not collecting the cards and so on. So I was not able to swap cards with other people. But they are not. They are quite full. But I never complete. I have some books, like in the back or here. For example, Korea, Japan, I have here. I didn't put it in the wall because when I'm thinking about it, I have really, really bad memories about Japan. But look here, for example, full Italy book that you can see with all the players. Can you see it well? Yeah, you can. With Buffon, Toldo, Maldini, Cannavaro, Nesta, Materazzi, Cocco, Zambrotta, Tacchinardi, Tommaso, Tommasi, I said Tommaso, Albertini. Then you have this one from Udinese. It was a funny one. Doni, he was playing at Atalanta back then. Francesco Totti, Alessandro Del Piero, Filippo Inzaghi, and then you have Christian Vieri. Fantastic book. Yeah, but I didn't put in there because it's too bad memories. Really too bad. And you know what? The worst thing is I don't know where I put my books of 2006. Disaster. 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 But do Bill Wales Goal Football Club. It's funny, but at the end he's there. Huh? Record man of goals with Wales, 40 goals. Today also he is the record man of games played with Wales. So 5 Champions League, 3 La Liga. We can say whatever we want, but he did what not a lot of players were able to do. Huh? Nick, he wants Chiesa to Newcastle. We want him. He can stay in black and white. Well. I was a big fan of Newcastle in the past. Big fan is a big word. I loved Alan Shearer. Fantastic player. Alan Shearer was a fantastic player. Then they are doing quite well. And this year, makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. You are obliged. Ampadu was not bad. It's true. Couldn't run at the end, but Ampadu was doing really well. It's true. Beautiful game of Ampadu. Show us the South Korea team, please. No. Hey, there will be hey, here they are. I didn't complete them. Mamma mia. I didn't complete South Korea. I completed Italy. I have the stadiums. Mom, how many stadiums did they have? Équipe de France. Denmark. España. Look at Pep Guardiola. I have Pep Guardiola, guys. Hey, I didn't finish a lot of teams there. No. Brazil, 2002, they won the World Cup, by the way, that year. Japan. Pay attention to Japan. I'm curious to see Japan. Yeah, Thomas. Newcastle was strong in the 90s. Really strong team. Absolutely. Then they disappeared, but they were a fantastic team. Yeah, no, the commentary was fantastic. My teacher, he said, Beppe, if you don't become a professional sport commentary or sport commentator, I will kick your ass. He said that I do well. But the problem is, guys, English is not my first language. It's not my second language. I can speak, I can put the passion, I can put everything, but that's not. So if one day, it's not my objective to become a sport commentator. I really wanted to learn what is the background, how do you prepare a game professionally instead of just going on live and speaking about the game. That's what I wanted to do, to learn more than with an objective to become one. But if I would do it, if one day I have a chance, or I would do it in French. French is my language, guys. English is fine, but when I start to be a bit confused because of passion or whatever, I start mixing words, and you can't do that at high level. Imagine me on whatever BBC or ESPN or whatever. Would be a disaster. Probably I will show them a bit of passion, a bit of knowledge about football, maybe. But then about about commenting using the right words. I can't even, I don't even know the past, the present, the future of the word. So imagine would be a disaster. No, but the skills are there, huh? Michael. Yeah, the skills are there. Removing your shirt also. Yeah, but luckily, if when you're when you are a sport commentator, people don't see you. They hear you, they don't see you. But yeah, then depends what team is playing. Huh? But today, I'm serious. Huh? Let me check. Let me check. What minute did he score? What's his name? Wea. Can you tell me what's the minute that he scored? I don't remember. If you tell me, guys, we can check. We can check. What minute did he score? Wea. Maybe we have to go here. At the 36th minute. So. He's quick. He's fast. The header. Easy for the goalkeeper, Matt Turner. It's not over because USA, they want to go again. With Musa. Ooh! On the ball. No, there is a foul. There is a foul. And Bale is complaining. It's a yellow card. That's the 40th minute with the yellow card of Bale. So it's 4 minutes before that we have to go. At the 41. Here. He called the ball. Fantastic vision. The ball was a bit too long. But the gesture is fantastic. And the ball was a bit too long, but he tried. He really tried. The coach, Greg Berhalter, is quite happy. I'm quite happy of what he's watching. Of course, he's hoping for a goal, and probably USA deserve it. But the performance of USA is beautiful tonight. Guys, I was calling it with the coach. Wait. Musa with a header, winning his aerial duel. And here we go with Pulisic between the line. Beautiful for Wea with a goal! Fantastic goal! A goal from the under 21. First game today in the World Cup for Joshua, for Timothy Wea. I'm happy because probably his father is watching the game, and he's happy as you are happy, as I am happy for Timothy Wea. What a beautiful goal from Pulisic in a beautiful counter-attack. 1-0 for USA. Fantastic header. Here, Musa that we were just saying. Beautiful work. And then Pulisic between the line. There is absolutely no offside between the line. And then in a one touch, he was fast. We were speaking about his velocity. And that's with that skill that he has beaten Hennessy, which is the exterior of his right foot, the number 21. He's scoring today his fourth goal for USA, but what an important goal. We were just speaking about the coach of USA, Greg that was asking, score. You are playing well, but we need a goal. And that's what it is. Anyway, need to be better. It's in English. English is my fourth language, guys. It's my fourth language. I speak every day on the videos and so on. But if I would do it in French, it would be a lot more easier. Because, calm moments, it's okay, it's fine. But when you start with passion, when you have to be really fast and your words are going, because you are watching, you know that you can't be wrong. It's hard to identify the players, because today it was a hell. Huh? It was a hell. Netherlands, Senegal was a hell with the numbers on the back. Today, between Adams and McKennie, in the beginning, the first minute, it was difficult. Huh? It was really difficult. Then, if you are telling me, Beppe, comment Juventus, I know them with closed eye. In a game of Serie A, Juve Lazio, Juve Inter, it's super easy. Then it starts to be a bit more complicated when you go to Juve Monza. You don't know all the players, but you know them more or less. You already know them. You saw them already. Then if you are commenting, guys, Wales with Wilson, Williams, Today, Netherlands between Berghuis, Bergwijn was hard, was really hard. And this is exercising. Today I said George Weah. When he scored, I said George Weah because I was thinking about his father. Anyway. Tips for learning languages, but it depends what you want to do, Hazard. It depends. If you want to be a lawyer, a journalist, professional journalist, you have to go to school. You have to go to school. That's as easy as that, because you have to be good and you have to be perfect. If you want to be like me, just using the languages to communicate in different countries and with different cultures and with different people, there is only one thing that you have to do. As easy as that. You have to speak without being scared of making mistakes. And the easiest thing is to find someone that is speaking another language who you can speak about the same passion. Is it Juventus? Is it football? Is it whatever? Start listening to football in other language. Then, of course, if you are speaking, I don't know, French, and you are listening to Arabic commentary, just listening, it will not help enough. But if you go with, the same group of languages, Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, it's a family. Then you have German, Dutch, English, it's another family. And then you can learn. But yeah, finding someone to speak about and exercising every single day. So, and not being scared. Not being scared is the most important thing. What about the news? Can we go to the news? Yes, and then we close, because then I need to sleep, because tomorrow at 11 we have Argentina versus Saudi Arabia. So Twitter, and we go to Di Marzio. What is he saying? Di Marzio. Because I saw that they were speaking already about Locatelli in Tutto Sport. So, and they are speaking about Messi as well. Messi o mai più. It's now or never. Now or never for too many ads. Come on. Mamma mia, what a disaster. What a disaster. They are too much. Messi o mai più. So Messi, it's actually there, meaning Messi now or never. It's the last World Cup, his fifth one after 4 flops. He will try to enjoy it to the max. England is young and they won 6-2 versus Iran. Weah Jr., he's eluding USA. And then Bale is freezing them with a 1-1. Solbakken, Roma un sogno. Visits and contract until 2027. Mourinho is in Japan without Cristante and Karsdorp. Both of the players. Karsdorp, we know it. He doesn't want to go back. So nothing about Juve. Zero about Juve in Corriere dello Sport. Tutto Sport, big article about Locatelli. I'm curious to read it tomorrow morning. And what are they saying? They are speaking about Locatelli 2027. We're already thinking about extending his contract at the end of the year. Locatelli 2027. Juventus are doing things the right way. There is a plan to block the player. So that means to keep the player at Juventus. The midfielders won the trust of everybody. In the... What is before the summer? Spring. In the spring, they will try to extend him. The agent is saying everyone, or they wanted him in Premier League. And then Juventus is working in the defense. They are working for Gvardiol from Leipzig and Ndika from Eintracht. 2 great players, Gvardiol and Ndika. I like them. I don't know if you had to choose one, which one you would go for, but I like Gvardiol and Ndika. I don't know if they will come. This is a disaster. Mamma mia, what a disaster. Gianluca Di Marzio, I hate you for this. I really hate you for this. Here they are speaking about more politics. And that's it. I'm curious about Gazzetta dello Sport. Let's see if the first page is already out for Gazzetta dello Sport. Yes. That's the first page of tomorrow morning of Gazzetta dello Sport. The sons of D10. Who are the sons of D10? Well, Maradona, Messi, and then Mbappe. Why Mbappe? I don't understand. Leo, Argentina. Leo Messi saying now I am mature. Kylian Mbappe, 24 years, and he's the leader. He's not even 24 years, and he's already a leader. And then Rovella, that is showing that he is a Juve material. And also Yildiz that are growing. The future black and white players are growing a lot. The Pedulla tweet I saw the Pedulla tweet. Pedulla was speaking about SMS. I can't, of course, I can't see it because I'm blocked. But I saw someone else. Posting it. Where is he? Here. I believe it was Matthijs Pog. Not sure. Yes, he wrote it. So Milinkovic-Savic apparently already have an agreement with Juventus for 6 million a season plus bonus for the next summer. He would sign the extension of the contract with Lazio because of respect toward the blue team, but only with a clause of 40 max 50 million. Lotito, he want at least a clause of 70 million. What does that mean? He has a contract until 2024. He could potentially play one more year with Lazio next year. He will be quite old then, but continuing to play one more year with Lazio and leave for free. If he signs an extension, he can have a clause, or he wants to insert a clause, which makes it actually quite easy for the other teams to go. Because, of course, if he has a clause around 45 million, let's say what he's asking for, 45, we are not at 60, 70, or the 100 millions that Lotito is asking. And that would make it quite easier for Juventus to go for him. 40 million, we are talking. 60 million is for me a lot. Is really a lot. Lotito, he wants 70 million. So let's see. I told it in my last video. I'm not sure about him. I'm really curious if he will do a great World Cup. A lot of people are expecting him to do wonders. I hope so, because he's a fantastic player. I can't promise you that it will be like that. Why am I blocked? I don't know. I don't know. Because in my name there is Juve. Don't forget that. So Pedulla, he blocked me. Well, I said 30 minutes 45. We are already at 1 hour 20. Because I love talking with you. But now, after the video of this morning, the live of Senegal, Netherlands, to get here on the channel, after the lessons, the courses of commentary where I did USA, Rails, and now a live of 1:30, I'm dead. In the meanwhile, I went to the school of my son to bring him in the morning, to take him back. I didn't stop. And in the meanwhile, guys, I prepared like 100 pages here. Tomorrow is another game. Tomorrow is another day. Who will be there tomorrow for Argentina versus Saudi Arabia? I'm there. I'm on the channel. I'm on the channel. Mohamed Kudus from Ajax. Good player as well. Buonanotte, helicopter. Styler Z will say hello in the start. That's good. I'm happy. If Styler Z is there, then I'm happy. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Buonanotte. Good evening to everyone. We'll see each other tomorrow. Ciao. Forza. Juve. Ciao ragazzi. Spider Luca. Ciao from Canada. Buonanotte. Hey guys, put a maximum of like. Can you put a maximum of like? We have only 54 likes. I just noticed now. 54 likes. Guys, at least 60. Die. At least 60. Let it move. Put the thumb up. Hey, 54. It's not moving. 59. Die. One more. Hey, already done. Yeah, I'm okay. Already done. I need one more. We have it. Ciao ragazzi.